Third stop of the Bassmaster Elite series on Lake Murray. Been flirting with the cut line, can't afford to lose a fish. It may have cost me. So third stop, Bassmaster Elite series on Lake Murray. One of the places I really love to fish. This place has been on fire for the last couple years. Been churning out just tons of 4 and 5 pound bass, 20 and 25 pound stringers on the regular almost all year long. So I was really excited to get down there and get started. Day one, you know, you always want to get on one of those good spots where the herring are coming up and spawning this time of year, and so that's exactly what I hit on right off the bat. Ah, striper. Stop. Yeah. Okay, so the first couple of bites were stripers. Not exactly what you want, but made a little adjustment. The fish came up schooling, and I was able to catch one on a little swim bait right off the bat. Come on, you got it. Little guy. Water skiers. Sure he'll even keep. We'll check. Oh yeah. 113. So the schooling action really kind of subsided, and I knew there was still plenty of fish there. So I went to old standby, the old shaky head with the magic worm, to put a big one in the boat. After that excitement, really that was kind of it. I was a little surprised. Ended up bouncing around to a number of places that I had found the fish schooling, and all that I really caught were small ones. But at least I was able to, you know, kind of put together a reasonable bag of fish with the schooling stuff. I was like, something hit it. Yeah, something did hit it. That's a decent fish. Ain't that big. Keeper. Little keeper. 2L beer. Call him 2-2, maybe. But to me, they're like, I'm gonna have to call that fish. Unless I catch 2 6s. But still, gotta call that fish. After that subsided, the sun was high, it was perfectly slick. I said, you know, I'm gonna go to a decent sized bedfish. I started running some different bedfish, wasn't seeing too much, so I said, I'm gonna go check on this one near this dock that was about a 3-pounder. Well, I pulled up to that 3-pounder and it was being very finicky. I think it was a fry garter, being very tough to catch. And looking back behind the boat, I saw some bass just kind of swimming around. And I thought, those fish are kind of acting funny. I'm gonna move my boat and see what they do. So I kind of spun the boat around, looked back and watched those fish. Sure enough, the one fish settled into a little dark spot. One of the other fish settled in there as well. We're not talking dinks either. Then the other one kind of kept circling around. So I pulled out baits, started fishing for those fish on bed. Dude, they're circling this thing like sharks. Got her. First cast. Mini magic, baby. Stay on, baby. Come on, stay on there. Come here, baby. Come here. Gotcha. Yes. Yes, buddy. That's a good one. Yeah, that's 3+. The bigger female started settling in. This fish is, you know, it's over 3 pounds. Sure enough, next couple minutes, I catch that fish. Well, then after I catch that one, the third fish, it kind of starts to settle in, and I was using the drop shot, wasn't responding. I picked up the Missile Baits Destroyer, pitched it in there. I think it was second cast. It went up on it, ate it, started swimming off. I cracked that fish. Now this fish is well over 4 pounds. We're in the 4.5 pound range. I reel the fish right up next to the boat. I've caught hundreds of them just like this, reel it up next to the boat. I went to boat flip it and it just fell off. The fish just fell off. I can't afford to lose 4.5 pounders. The fish just fell off. I don't have any explanation as to what happened. The Gamakatsu hook was fully penetrated through the destroyer. You know, 25-pound Sunline, you know, heavy action cash and flipping stick. I cracked that fish. It was just terrible luck that I hit one of those little soft spots in the mouth to where the hook point just went through that soft spot and must have just torn out when I put that pressure on the fish to swing it in the boat. You know, so after that, I couldn't think about it too much. I had to just keep go fishing. Here we are, day number 2, had 1710 yesterday. Didn't have GoPro working, so the footage is what it is. Sorry about that. We'll try to put on a little better show today. We got the GoPros. everything's working today. So far, so good. So we'll see if we can't show you a little more action today. We're gonna have to step it up because we're barely in the cut. 46th place with 1710. Pretty amazing what Lake Murray's kicking out here, but we're gonna see if we can get day 2 going right now. Pull up on the spot where I started on day 1, and there's a local sitting there. Luckily they left. I fished there for a little bit, didn't catch anything. So then I started running around, and it was kind of tough. Little one. Tough. I caught one on the schooling, caught a second one on the schooling fish. So I ended up having, that first morning, I had 2 fish, 1 okay fish, 1 small one, and then things got real tough for the next hour and a half. So then I had to pull out one of those fish that I shook off in practice. It was probably, I figured it was about a 2.5 pound cruiser that was in this one little particular area. So I ran right over to that, pulled out that Missile Baits magic worm on a wacky rig, and put him in the boat. There he is. Got him. Easy, buddy. Stop all that. God, no, stop all that. Stop. No. Buddy. Oh my gosh. Dang. I had 3 fish in the boat. Things were getting kind of tough. I said, man, I'm gonna go to a 2 and a 3 pounder that I found in practice on bed. I'm gonna go see if they're there. I went to see if they were there. They were gone. So I just kept going down the bank, and I saw about a 2 pounder on a bed. I said, okay, well, I'll catch that fish. I was letting the boat drift, and I looked up and I saw a little bit bigger one. I thought it was about a 3 pounder, just kind of cruising right in front of the boat, like cruising along with the boat. So I got down on my knees, grabbed my magic worm, threw it out there wacky rig style, and lo and behold, we put that fish in the boat too.
3 something. There we go. Magic worm.
So I had, you know, so there was my 5 right there, and then I was like, all right, looks like some fish are starting to move up on beds. I'm gonna cover some water, look through a bunch of different pockets and see if I can find some more fish on beds. And you know what I found? Nothing. Well, we weighed 1214, not very good on Lake Murray. Lake Murray's got a ton of 4 and 5 pound bass in it. It is really amazing. I could not figure out how to catch them today. Ended up in 69th place. Can be a fun position, not in a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament though. Just want to let you know, I had over 30 pounds, and 8 ounces, I think is what my total was. So, you know, just another frustrating event, because I had an opportunity yesterday on the first day to have a pretty significant bag. Lost a 4.5 pounder at the boat on the destroyer. I mean, 1 out of every 50 does that. I needed two good fish today to that would have put me in there, and I ran around, did everything I could to try to make that happen, and it just did not happen. But April, it's the first tournament of April 2023. It is Autism Awareness Month, and we are stickers. A bunch of the anglers, almost every elite guy has got put one of the elite the autism stickers on their windshield, and just a huge thank you to all the elite guys. They support our effort to help raise awareness for autism. Try to do it every year, try to do it every April, raising some good money with some auctions on some items on eBay. By the time this video comes out, those should be passed, but there will be more that you can do that I'll talk about at the Santee tournament, because that will be the second tournament in the month of April, and we'll kind of recap everything that happened during that video. So I appreciate everybody watching. Sorry I didn't have more fish catches. It was a little on the struggle bus today. Never was able to get those couple better ones. Never landed on them. So a little frustrating, but we can't cry the blues. Got to get ready for Santee because it starts next week. Got to get ready and got to bring the heat there.